Thanks for joining us once again. It was an active start to the week. Several streets were flooded across the Sacramento region. Trees falling from the weekend storm and blocking roads.
Now a shift in the weather for the moment. The next round of rain arrives early tomorrow morning. And as we take a live look across the region, we're showing you a live look right now of Sacramento, Fairfield, Stockton, and Rancho Cordova, seeing that cloud cover across some of those regions.
And amid that break in the rain, we have had crews scattered across the region. They're looking at the damage from the storm.
And from Sacramento to San Joaquin to Solano counties, we found several streets flooded and trees blocking roadways. Right now, crews are still working to restore power to many. Many of these customers have not had power since Saturday night. There are 23,000 SMUD customers without power at this point. And PG&E, we have 76,300 customers without power.
Let's take you to Sutter County. People living in Lovey's Landing are now being ordered to leave due to the threat of flooding.
And late this afternoon, an evacuation warning was issued for people living along Dry Creek in Modesto. Here are some specific streets, so take a look. Edgebrook and Scenic Drives, the area near Brookway Park, and areas along South 7th and 9th Streets. Again, this is an evacuation warning due to possible flooding.
And rescue crews have called off the search for a child who was swept away in a car in the Paso Robles area. The call came in just before 8 o'clock this morning. CAL FIRE says the car was trying to cross where a downed tree had impacted the road. Other people in the car were rescued, including the child's mother, but the child remained in the car when it was swept away. Highway Patrol sent in its helicopter to help look for a few hours later, but visibility was just too poor.
In Fresno, part of Highway 168 is closed due to a rock slide. Take a look at this. You can see it in real time here. CHP Fresno shared this video. You can see those rocks just tumbling down there and the water moving along the highway, and then the rocks just start falling right there off the hill.
Let's go to Live Copter 3, surveying some of the storm damage. You can see here the roof of this building, part of it has been torn off due to that wind that we've been seeing. Let's go now to Chief Meteorologist Mark Feinen with a closer look at what we're experiencing right now and what's to come.
Yeah, things much quieter now, as you might expect. We had that rain this morning, a lot less wind than we had on Saturday night. That damage you just saw there in the rail yards, likely from what we saw on Saturday night. So it is dry in Sacramento and Solano County. It's also dry in San Joaquin County and toward Yuba City. We are hanging on to rain, however, in Tuolumne County, and this rain is going to continue. So for those of you around Sonora and Twain Hart, Miwok Village, Groveland, these areas are likely going to stay wet for a while. Jamestown as well. And rain up and down Highway 108 as well as 120. The snow levels are still pretty high, up around 6,000 feet. But that's the best of the rain that we're seeing right now. Let's go a little bit farther to the north. Here's Highway 88 and Highway 50. Now, chain controls have been lifted on Interstate 80. They're still up on Highway 88, and they still have chain controls here at Highway 50. This is Twin Bridges, and as you can see, there's a car that just went through the checkpoint, go over Echo Summit, but there really isn't much in the way of snow falling at this point, and as you can see on Interstate 80, no chain controls right now. But that'll be changing tomorrow. Before the sun comes up, we'll be back into chain controls. Tomorrow is going to be a much snowier day in the Sierra. Here's how much rain we saw from this morning's system from Sacramento, about 1.5 inches, about 1 inch in Stockton, Modesto, little under 1 inch. But the heaviest rain was in Solano County, at least for the lower elevations, with Fairfield and Vacaville both over 2 inches. And that's why we did see some street flooding there. Back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. We're also monitoring the situation in San Joaquin County.
And KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz spoke to Stockton officials about what the latest storm brought to this area. We're seeing that ponding behind you. We can see some branches have fallen behind you. We also see some caution tape up as well.
Yeah, Ty. Well, according to local officials, the damage that this last storm brought hasn't been like the damage that the other few storms did bring to the area. We've seen areas like this one, as you mentioned, some branches have fallen. You can see that right behind us, some caution tape in the area, and even, trees completely toppled over. We can see that some of them, like this one, have been completely uprooted. But even despite this, some residents say that this is not not the thing that they're worried about mostly, and that's because there has been some localized flooding. So I did speak to a local city official. He did tell me that there hasn't been major flooding in the area, but driving through different roads in the city of Stockton, we did see that some storm drains were overflowing. The city manager, Harry Black, did tell me that this could be due to debris or just a lot of water in the area that can't be pumped out, and this is into different bodies of water like ponds, sloughs, basins. But again, despite all of this rain so far, I guess one of the most damage that has been seen in the area, and again, not damage to homes, but damage in areas like this park, are trees like this one that have toppled over. Let's go ahead and listen to that.
I've been here for about 13, 14 years now. That I've always wondered if that thing would ever topple, because it's really top heavy. It was really tall and skinny, thick, but it had a huge top. And it's been through tons of storms. I don't know why it chose now to fall.
Really busy working in terms of doing flood mitigation. No surprises. I mean, we knew that with this level of rainfall, you're going to get flooding. It's more so how do you handle it and how do you manage it.
And Black tells me that right now cleanup at parks is not exactly a priority, since they are focusing on other areas where people have been impacted directly. Now, he also told me that the city of Stockton is working with the county to try to determine what exactly is happening with the presidential emergency declaration, which leaves San Joaquin County out. We're live in Stockton. Marisela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Okay, Marisela, thank you. Now back to Sacramento County, where 2 people living on the streets were killed in the storm. A 40-year-old woman was found dead on North 5th Street Friday, and a 61-year-old man was found dead on Roseville Road on Saturday. Sacramento County says they were found dead with trees on top of their tents.
Right now, Wilton is under an evacuation order. Those orders began yesterday, and this is due to potential flooding after the community was heavily damaged by the storm last weekend.
We're trying to learn the lessons that we had from last weekend, make sure that we are asking people to leave earlier, making sure we're getting out strongly worded messaging about following orders so that hopefully we can keep everyone safe as this storm rolls through. Instead of waiting until we see water on the roads, we want to make sure we're preemptively closing those roads so that people are not caught in any water situation on the roads.
KCRA 3's Brittany Hope is live in Wilton right now. And Brittany, we know that this was upgraded from an evacuation warning to an evacuation order yesterday. What are the conditions like right now?
So right now it's not raining, as you can see. I don't need a rain hood on, but what we are seeing is a lot of that leftover damage from all of that rain, wind, and flooding. In fact, roadways are just covered with things like this, branches and tree trunks. So we're going to take you on a walk right now. We're on Green Road, which is really the center of the Wilton evacuation area. And you can see all around me, the roads here are washed out. There's branches and a lot of debris. In fact, over here to our right on this property, you can still see a lot of standing water is left over. And we can tell you, we've been here all day now. This definitely isn't as much standing water as we saw on New Year's, but within the past hours, the levels here have gone up. You can see that it is streaming in right now. Now, crews tell us roads like this, standing water and levees are their big focus right now. We want to show you what the Cosumnes River looks like right now at the Wilton Bridge. You can see water levels are lower than what we saw during last weekend's New Year's storm. But with this new round of weather this week, crews say they're focusing on repairing levees, supporting them with extra rock and dirt to keep them strong when water levels go back up. Now, many of these levees are on private property, so it's taking big partnership between the Reclamation District and owners to keep everyone here safe.
We've had several spots on the levee that we've been repairing in the last week. Nothing's permanent, temporary repairs, but we feel that we are ready for what's coming. They're calling for 12 foot by midnight, 1 o'clock tonight in the river, which is lower than we had last week.
And don't let this receding water fool you. Crews out here tell us the land is so saturated from days of rain now. The soil out here is wet. Roads like this one are washed out and there's a lot of debris. If you see a road closure, you have to stay off of it. Emergency crews say that they've been having trouble getting to some certain roads and flooding because cars have been stranded and people have been getting in the way. And that is definitely not okay in an emergency situation like this one. For now, we're live in Wilton. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
And Brittany, we know the Reclamation District said they've made some temporary fixes to these levees. We've looked into this over the last week or so. What about permanent solutions at this point?
So the very first step with that is that conditions would have to dry out. And this week, we know that more rain is on the way. But looking longer term, crews out here say they're looking at $50 million in funding that they would need to repair all of those levees and bridges in the long term. Now, that price tag is only going to keep up, they say, only going to keep going up as more rain comes in this week. So they say it's really big funding that they need. But for now, they have the Band-Aids that they think will be enough to keep everyone safe, at least through this week.
We certainly hope so. Brittany, thank you so much for that update. And we have been keeping a close eye on the creeks and rivers. Here's a look at Arcade Creek. This was at Walnut Avenue and Winding Way in Sacramento. You can see the high water there along the road and next to the road.
And up next, meteorologist Heather Waldman is joining us in Live Copter 3 with an exclusive view up there. Heather, you are over the Sacramento and American rivers, we are hearing. And what are you seeing from up there in the sky?
Yeah, we're keeping a close eye on those river levels because anybody that spends regular time around both of these bodies of water, you know that things have changed quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, all of that are results of multiple rounds of rain, not just here, but all across Northern California. There are a lot of tributaries that flow into the American and into the Sacramento River. We're focusing right now on the I Street Bridge gauge of the Sacramento River, where today the reading at about 27.5 feet. That's right at that monitor stage. That's where the California Nevada River Forecast Center is going to closely monitor those water levels. Water managers are going to carefully keep an eye on those inflows. But, you know, some people have said, wow, we haven't seen this river this high in quite some time. Well, compared to recent years, meaning the last year or two, yes, this is a big difference because the peak water level in 2021 was just 8 feet, and that was at the end of February. Last year, water flows were also quite low through this part of the river. But if you go back to 2019, the river actually did reach a peak of 27 feet at the I Street Bridge. That was at the end of February. And then, of course, a lot of folks will remember 2016 into 2017, another very busy year as far as rain and snow goes, especially the second half of the season. That's when the river hit 29.9 feet on February 9th. And by the way, the flood stage at this gauge, 33.5 feet. So we are nowhere close to that level. We've been keeping an eye on the Fremont Weir as well. There are no plans to open that because the river level is expected to stay low enough that that's not that big of a concern. Actually, the view that you're getting right now, that's about as high as the water level is predicted to get. It's going to dip down a little bit tonight. And then when we get tomorrow's rain, it's expected to rise just a bit once again before it kind of tails off through the rest of this week. But again, for anybody that's near the American or the Sacramento River, yes, the water levels are quite high, but that's a result of the water management in the area. We're flying pretty close to Discovery Park over my left shoulder as well, where that has been submerged. And then we know, of course, the parks along the American River Trail have been closed because of the flooding too. But again, this is about as high as we expect these major waterways to get. Things will slowly start to recede as we go through the next couple of days. But live up here in Live Copter 3 over Sacramento, meteorologist Heather Waldman will send it back into you.
Great job, Heather. And on one hand, it's nice to see the river that full because we know what that means. But we know there's also some damage associated with just this much moisture in the general area. But thank you, Heather. We'll check back in later.